Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me for another week for an energy reading. And this is for the week of March 27th to April 2nd. And I think we should just dive right into the cards. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 rows, and the first row, and I've already shuffled and everything, so the first row is going to be our current energies. The second row is going to be what do we need to know, and then the third row is going to be anything unexpected, something coming in that we might not be aware of. Okay, so let's just get going here. Okay. So let's see here. Current energies are easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything and all the doors will open for you. So this is indicating to me that we are trying to do too much and that we are not letting ourselves be in the flow. We're worrying. It feels like there is a thread of worry or doubt. But I feel like I don't know why worry came up, but that's what I got. And worrying that things aren't going to work out, or worrying it's lacking that trust, the trust in that everything is fine and in perfect timing and working out exactly as they are. And there's also a feeling behind this card of things slowing down, maybe not happening as quickly as we had hoped they would, or like a slowing down of energy. And that could be because we're getting in our own way. We're worrying instead of being focused on where it is that we're going. We're getting distracted and off course a little bit. Okay, so this is all being spoken about here in the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like she's just, this is us and the Queen keeping that energy of being focused on where we want to go, but also not only that, but also being looking inward. I feel like there's a lot of looking inward and connecting with this energy of abundance around her, so around us, and feeling very firmly rooted. And it's funny, there's a little rabbit there, and I had a rabbit in my yard this morning. It feels like even though things aren't maybe moving as quickly as we expected them to or want them to, the rabbit is indicating to me that things are going to be moving quickly. I'm just checking to see here if there's 8 of Wands, but there's not in the reading. But just abundance, yeah, and that so there's no need to get distracted, but just hold this energy, hold the energy of that Queen of Pentacles, that keep your eye on the prize, on what the goal is that you're heading for, and hold the energy of abundance and trust, and that everything is working out. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Wow. I just realized that we actually have 3 queens in the first row, like bang, bang, bang. I didn't even realize that. What are the odds of that? Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is truly, truly about holding the energy of the Queen, the intuitions. We have the Queen of Cups here next. Intuition, being focused. Being gentle with yourself and being strong within who you are, knowing what you want, following that intuition. I'm going to talk about all that here in these other 2 cards as well. So again, keeping your eye on the prize. I feel like that is just such an important thing. Just stay focused. I feel like there's a need to not worry too much about what is going on around you, because it's going to take care of itself. So not to get distracted. And I feel like it almost feels to me like, she's wondering what is in here. Like she's got her eye on the prize, but am I going to make it, or is it worth the effort? Am I going to, that's where the doubt and everything comes in. But I think it's just maybe forgetting about the little detail stuff. And I think that's what this Queen is telling us, but just trust your intuition and stay focused. And everything is going to take care of itself. And then, of course, we have the Queen of Swords. And so the Queen of Swords, again, is being mentally astute. So just being very clear in your intention of where you're going, what you want to do, staying focused, but also not getting distracted by other things. And I see the clarity here. So having the clarity in your purpose and what it is that you're doing. Yeah, because this is a growth cycle as well for us. This is a general reading. So following that in the next row. So yeah, just very, very focused, really totally holding the energies of the queen. But I also recognize that there's 3 of these queens. I'm sure there is a significance to that as well, but I'm just going to go with the 3, using 3 as being, creation. So you are creating this. It can also be collaborative in this deck as well. Yeah, 3. So you're building something. So whatever this is, you're at the beginning stage. It's beyond thought, and you're actually in the creation of it. So it's just, you're still at the beginning stages of whatever this is, but just don't be too hard on yourself. Take rest when you need it, and keep trusting the flow of it all. Okay, so the next row, what do we need to know? So lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. So this is from the shaman's dream, and this is just telling me that, again, you know more than you think you do, or that you believe you do. And this is also, I feel like, about answering a higher purpose, or answering a call to a higher purpose. And so see, and we have here the sun. So this is just telling me that this is answering this call is, and I mean, don't get me wrong, this is all related to, I believe, this goal, and this goal that we have, that we're focused on, that we are birthing into the world, is a call to a higher purpose that we are answering. A lot of us are answering. And so this is just telling me that it is successful, but also that this is definitely, it feels like a higher purpose, but you're supported with spirit, and that you are being guided. You're being divinely guided. And then in the middle, we have the world, and the world, this very much, oh boy, I'm just realizing, for me, this totally resonates with me. So we have, this is a new cycle that we are into. And this is really leveling up our energies, really honing in, carrying higher vibrations, honing in, in what we're doing. So we're decluttering the energy around us. So it could be physical. It doesn't really tell me this in here, but in the other cards, but I'm just picking up there's a lot of decluttering, organizing, because we are fine-tuning our energies to get where we're going. So what we are creating here, part of the journey of this and answering to this next level, is decluttering our lives of junk, decluttering it of unwanted thoughts, decluttering it of unwanted beliefs, behaviors that no longer serve us, or might hold us back from fully stepping into this next evolution of who we are as individuals. Because as we change individually, then of course it becomes a collective, right? It's the more of us that do it. So I really feel like this is a leveling up cycle. I feel like this is all meant to happen. It just has that feeling to me as well. And that we are being supported by like all the archetypes, and all levels of creation, of consciousness. I feel like this is a reading that's just really, really on a big scale. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't feel like it's a small day-to-day thing, but this feels like huge to me. So finally, in that middle row, what do we need to know? So we have the Seven of Pentacles. And it's funny, where did I get that? One of these other cards. I think it was the first one, the Queen of Pentacles. Anyway, somewhere in here I had said something about it being, staying focused on what it is you're doing, not getting distracted. Is it worth the effort, or are you going to end up where you want to be? Maybe it's the Queen of Cups. But anyways, there is, I get kind of the same energy in this card, the Seven of Pentacles. And it's like you are, you're cultivating this. So yes, we are creating this, we're cultivating it. We're looking to see what we are doing, but it also feels like it's a little bit of a break time, and I feel like we're going back to easy does it. So take rest when you need to rest. Check and see the work you've done, making sure you're crossing all your T's, dotting all your I's. There's a feeling of that as well. Contemplation, I also feel some contemplation in here, just to keep yourself on track. Make sure that you are still on the right track and not getting off track, or again, and I feel like that momentum thing is coming into play. Yeah, so I feel like it's not really a caution, but I feel like there's a little bit of that happening, or it feels like it is, but I also get the feeling that it's not what it seems. So it feels like you're off track, and I think maybe that's where the doubt comes in. But I also have the feeling that we're exactly where we're supposed to be. That's part of the process, because we are facing things that we haven't really faced head on before in order to release them. So there is a little bit of getting caught up in that, but then just taking in the bigger picture, remembering to do that, and realizing that it's just part of the process, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're not off track. You're still on the right path. You are still headed towards your ultimate goal. You're still early in the process. So give it time. Give it time. And I also feel that here to give it more time. You're getting there. You have a lot of wisdom behind you. I don't know. I just feel like there's wisdom in this card too, because another pentacle card just popped into my mind that's not actually in the spread, so which is kind of surprising. Okay, so finally, for the third row, we have the unexpected. So what's coming in that might be unexpected? And we have Colette Baron-Reid's new deck here, the Dreamweavers Oracle. And so we got card number 29, All is Calm Upon These Shores. So this is the unexpected? Okay, well, I think what this is telling us is that this is, I think, advice to hold the calm, to stay grounded, keep trusting. We have the Five of Wands. So there's that little bit of conflict showing there. So it feels like what you're doing and what you are building on here is kind of practice as well. So there's the feeling of being uneasy, or feeling like it doesn't quite fit. Whatever this is you're building, you're fine-tuning it, you're tweaking it, but then also trusting that that's, again, part of the process, and that it will organically come together. It will organically become what it's meant to become, and it's just releasing and surrendering into that trust as you are moving forward here. So there is that feeling, but of conflict, that things being awkward or uneasy, and sometimes questioning if you're on the right track, if you're doing the right thing, if you're making the right choices. But to stay calm, don't get lost in that. Stay centered in yourself. Okay, so also we have the Hierophant here. This actually feels to me that, yeah, so it's like whatever you're building on here, wherever you're creating, there is a structure to it. And I think it's important to remember that sometimes in the beginning of something new, we just have to take some sort of basic foundation into it. It doesn't mean we have to hold on to it for the whole time, but it's a starting point. It's a place to start. It gives you something to build on. So although it might not feel easy and it might not feel yummy, it might feel more crusty or rigid. Remember that is a perception based on your beliefs as well. But it's just, it comes back to, I feel like the keys down below are important in this card as well, because it's, you are the creator of this. So how you perceive it, it's like you have the keys. So are you going to keep yourself locked in the structure of how others are saying it should be done or created? Or are you going to set yourself free, take those foundations and just build upon it because it comes back down to being a starting point, is what I'm feeling. And then finally, we have the Page of Swords for the last card of the week. And I think this is, I feel like whatever this is that we're building upon here and taking into the world, there's a point at which we surrender, and I feel like there is, it's like we trust, and it's like we take a beginner's attitude of it into the world, and there's a youthfulness to it, and like you're taking everything that you've built and the wisdom and following the call to a higher purpose and the next level. But then, and when all is said and done, and perhaps during this process, and I know I'm jumping ahead here again, this is really just supposed to be for the week, but it just feels like you are getting into a state of preparedness. And again, I feel like there's this youthfulness, exuberance, and you're ready to take it on. But yeah, it's just, I just keep tapping into the energy. It just feels like that it feels like we don't understand it completely, but we're doing it anyways. That sounds really funny to say, but it's like there's this level of, I don't quite get it, but I gotta trust and know that all the pieces of the puzzle will come together. It will eventually make sense. So that is kind of an interesting reading. This feels, again, very big to me. Like a lot of our lives are changing on, like we're working in the energetic part, a lot of it, but it's things that change how we come into the world. And this is how we are leveling up and answering the call into the next level, the next purpose. And but as I also mentioned, there is also not only leaving things behind, but it can be, again, emotionally, beliefs, patterns, old patterns that we've, repeat, personality traits that perhaps we've become aware of, that we don't feel will serve us as we move forward. Decluttering anything that pulls our attention away from where it is we're going, so that we can stay focused, and you're not trying to control it all, but just doing the little pieces that you can in order to stay on track. And I feel like rest is a big part here. And I know We don't have the Four of Swords, which, usually indicates rest, but I also feel like that's a big part of it. Don't micromanage. I feel like this is like also with this easy does it. Don't try not to micromanage. Just do what you absolutely need to do to get the job done. So there you have it, another reading, another week, and I hope you are all staying really, really well. And when the sun does come out and shine, please enjoy it and know that you are loved. And I will see you next week. Take care. Bye for now.